Love you.
Next one. Still? You need me to close this still?
Yes. Hey guys, welcome to another video. I feel like we haven't done these types of videos in a while. I've been kind of doing, what, how many vlogs do we have? Like 2 or 3? And it is fun and I really do enjoy doing vlogs, but I definitely did miss just like a sit down, get ready with me. No plans, again. I don't really have a plan of what type of look we're going for. There's no like a specific tutorial I'm going for really. I really just wanted this to be another chill, get ready with me. And I feel like not even just for you guys, honestly, I need a sit down, get ready with me for myself. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I brought, I did bring like a lighter foundation. Y'all know the e.l.f. one that I use. So we might, I think I'm feeling like doing a lighter base as far as like the base for my face. We might do just a little bit of eyeshadow. I feel like blending things, just something is, sometimes just blending eyeshadow makes me feel good. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We got a mirror now because before I would put that big ass mirror. I don't know if you guys seen it in the video or not, but this one is, sorry, this one is my sister's. She's moved in with us, Zaya. For those of you who've seen the video with the makeup we did together, she lives here now. I did do my brows. Don't know if I want to carve my brow out or not. It kind of looks clean already, like there's not much hair going on. As you guys can tell, my brow tails already are back and I'm so excited for them to be back. I missed them. It was literally like this and I had to draw them. I don't know why I shaved it, to be honest, but now I'm very happy. I'm still putting minoxidil here and there, not every day because it dries out my skin on the brow, but whenever I'm not putting any product on my brow, that's when I put minoxidil. And I do put castor oil at night sometimes, just to keep it like well maintained, I guess. So, do I cover my brow now? Maybe I'll just do it like very lightly, very, very light, just to emphasize the shape. Okay, I'm gonna use the Natasha Denona Concealer for that. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. Again, using the flat brush. I'm gonna give you guys a small update. This is gonna be a chatty get ready with me. Maybe not too chatty, I don't know. I don't know where my yappa level is today. I just got back from, I feel like there's so many things I wanna say at the same time, and my mouth is not gonna catch up. So let me say it one thing at a time. First of all, I just came back from the place that I always go to. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it on here. I always go somewhere by the water. It's like in Emeryville, very close to Oakland. There's this place and it's literally the bay, and you can like park on the street and you're just kind of like by the water. And me being a Pisces, I love water. I love being by the water. Even though I'm terrified of being inside the water, I love being next to it. But anyways, I usually go there and just like talk to myself. And I always record myself talking to myself because things come out because I'm talking like very like unfiltered. Nobody's listening to me. So, boy. And I haven't done one of those like self-therapy moments in a while. So I went there today and a lot of things came out that I feel like I've been thinking, and they were kind of like somewhere deep in my mind. But there are things that I'm afraid of admitting even to myself. I feel like especially in 20s, like right now being in 20s, I just turned 25. Happy birthday to me. And whatever they said about like your frontal lobe developing, I definitely feel it developing. I don't know how fully developed it is yet, because some things of life don't really make sense to me, but some do. And I think that's the part of my brain that's developed, where I'm just like looking at normal life things that I didn't normally like think about before. And now when I think about it, I'm like, this is life. Like, it makes sense, you know? I was telling Mark how every time I come back from those, because it really, like, I dive deep with myself. I feel like if before I would avoid my issues and like the traumas that I had, now I'm at a point where I do everything to not avoid it, and I bring everything up to my attention. And everything that kind of like comes to the surface, yes, it's like scary at first, but then I know that it's for like the better for myself, and it's better to really just like address them, at least acknowledge. I feel like acknowledgement is always like comes first, and as long as you acknowledge something, I feel like that's already like a big step. So today was a lot of acknowledgements. I put too much product. So when I went there today, there were like things that I've been thinking about for the past like, I don't know, few weeks. And I didn't want to like journal about it or really touch on it, because I knew it was a lot, and it requires me to set a whole separate time, like it literally requires me to just sit down with myself and really dive deep in it. And it can't just be like a small moment of like, oh, I'm feeling like this, all right, move on. It has to be deep. Like, it has to be me like really thinking about like where it's coming from. So that's what I did today before filming, and after that I really felt like filming something. I gotta focus when I do this. Hold on. I'm not really putting too much product like in front. I don't want it to be like too carved. Kind of like blending it out. I carve out more like at the end to like emphasize this little thing. But yeah, 25. I kind of like that age. I like the number 25. When I was small, I want to say like from 10 to like 15. Being in 20s and seeing girls that are in 20s, like my cousins and like their friends, it was such like a beautiful age to me. Like the way I would look up at them, like I would just be like so mesmerized by all the girls that were in their 20s, and I couldn't wait to be in my 20s. Like, I wanted to grow up so bad that I feel like in a way that's why I grew up very fast, because I wanted to. But then also I think me being the older sibling played a role in that, and also me being in Kazakhstan. I feel like everybody in Kazakhstan kind of grows up faster. Like, it's just people get married early in their 20s, so just your childhood is not as expended as it is in America. I feel like here people take their time, which is good. But yeah, I was really looking forward to my 20s, and now being 25, it's kind of crazy that I'm finally here. But I don't feel how I thought I was gonna feel. Like, I feel happy that I got to 25, and I'm happy with like how my life is and how I am and like all of that. For some reason, I think how everybody thought that like when you're adults, you just have like everything figured out. And then now I'm kind of like, damn, 25 is really not like, you're just now starting life. Like, that's what it feels like. And when I was younger, I thought when I was in Kazakhstan, I thought I was gonna have a whole ass family. Like, I thought I was gonna have multiple kids by 25. I'm married, But once I moved to America, I definitely didn't think I was even gonna get married. I don't know. I feel like marriage kind of like wasn't even in my head. I was questioning whether or not I even want to get married, but I'm happy that I am. But it's definitely something that I feel like takes a lot to like process because it's such like a big thing. Okay, carve out my brow. I'm gonna do, we could do like the underpainting method, but every time I do it, I don't know if it comes out right. We're just gonna put the elf first and then we'll do the rest. Another update is that right when I said that, I have so many things to say. One thing at a time. Just had our 1-year anniversary, which went so good. I'm so proud of Mark. I'm so proud of everybody. Like that, just all the DJs, all the team that Mark put. It was just, I have so many feelings about it. And all of them are very positive feelings. Like it makes me feel overwhelmingly good, you know? But yeah, like just the fact that it was a anniversary and that Mark started this only a year ago and it already reached the level that it's at now, I think is just one, motivating, I feel like, for everybody around him and around us, and then two is just, it's just good to see it like to grow. Like the fact that I saw how Mark went on YouTube and started like learning how to DJ, and he was literally just on YouTube and learning, and then now it's like this whole thing, and it's just good to see growth going. I feel like it's always good to like witness something, like something small growing into something big. So yeah, we did that. We did also post a vlog, so you can go see that. A lot of our friends came out to that. All the DJs were very happy. So just the whole event was just a success. And there were so many people. We literally sold out in less than a day. It was like 12 hours, I think. And we sold what, like 400 or I don't know how many tickets, but there was a lot of tickets. Plus we sold at the door. So that was crazy. What else happened? Did the event. I kind of like putting this elf on my skin because it feels so light and I can see the glow that it brings. Makes me happy. Oh, first of all, about anniversary, what I was gonna say. Shout out to Enrico for recording it. He did such a good job. I literally told him that I am willing to pay him to come with us and just record my vlogs for me, like be the cameraman, because he does such a good job. Like the energy that he brings, he is such like the best hype man you will ever get. And on top of that, like the way he was with cameras, getting all the angles, like everywhere I was, he was there. If he lost me, he'll find me again. And just the clips that he would do, like even without me, like they were just all so funny and I loved it. So shout out to Enrico, big thank you to you. Another thing I was gonna say is that we're literally going to New York tomorrow. And going to New York has been like in my dreams since I was a kid. Like the way I would think of my future and where I would always envision myself. One, I'm a big daydreamer. Like, I don't know, I think it's all the Pisces, honestly. Like all the Pisces that I've met so far, we all do this one thing aside from like crying all the time and like wanting to be by the water. There's also another thing that just brings us all together, is like daydreaming all the time. I've done it ever since I was a kid, but I didn't know like this to what extent I do it, because I talked to my best friend Hannah, and when I was telling her about like my daydreams and all of that, she literally told me, she was like, how often do you daydream? Like how much do you daydream? I was like, I don't know, kind of literally like every day. And she's like, yeah, but like, do you do it like consciously or kind of like it just happens and then you realize that you were daydreaming? And I was like, honestly, I feel like it just happens. And it always happens when I'm driving. And it's a lot of my daydreams are triggered by like music. Like if I listen to something, if that song triggers an emotion out of me or a feeling, I'm gonna daydream depending on that emotion. I don't know if it makes sense. But yeah, I daydream a lot. And my daydreams are not just like, I'm not just like thinking, it's not just thoughts. I'm fully envisioning it. Like I fully see it. Let's say I'll be driving, like of course like I'm seeing what's happening and I'm like, I'm a good driver, y'all. But my head is also somewhere else. Like I'm literally, I could be envisioning that I'm at some club. Like there would be a song that's playing and I'm like, and in my head, because I'm vibing to the song and the song just sounds like something that would play at a club, and I'm like envisioning myself being in a club and feeling the song and there are people around me and I'm just like, and like feeling myself and everybody's staring, you know, literally like I'm there. I'm not in the car driving. So New York was one of that for me where I envisioned myself and daydreamed about myself as a kid, like not before I moved to America, that I'll be living in New York. And that was just always like my end goal destination for me to be. Now I don't know, I still feel the same. I still want to live in New York. I just don't know if I would want to like raise a whole family in a city, an urban location. I feel like now I definitely see the point of like people raising their families somewhere quieter and like out of town. I get the hype now about that. Like before I was like, why do you want to live somewhere boring? But now I get it. So definitely want to experience New York, just like living there. And for some reason, I'm just so confident that I'm gonna love it. Like I've never been there, and a lot of people tell me like, oh, like New York is very like anxiety inducing. Like it feels like you can't really breathe there because you don't get much sun. A lot of factors for different people, different factors. But for some reason, I've always just been so confident that that's like the perfect, the ideal location for me. And I think just as a person, again, my frontal lobe or prefrontal, whichever lobe is developing, I feel like as a person, I realized that for me to like strive, I guess, or be energized, I have to be in a busy setting. If I'm in a setting that's slow and kind of like chill, I'm gonna be slow and chill. And whenever I'm in a setting where everything is just fast paced and everybody's just like next, it makes me want to do that. So that's the one thing that I discovered about myself. Because before I thought I don't know, I didn't even think about it really, if I'm a fast paced person or not. But I feel like recently there's been a lot of like emphasis on that in my life. I think it's because I'm like thinking about like career and what I want to do with life and all of that, so those things kind of come up. I don't know if I want to do more of like a contouring shade or a bronzer. Let's do contouring first and then we'll see how that goes. Because this one, I like it because it's so easy to blend. And the glow that it brings me, it just does make me bronzy. And I don't know if I'm going for like a bronzy vibe. I might be though. We don't know. As I said, no plan. But yeah, I feel like a lot of emphasis on like career goals and what I want to do with life and what is my thing, and like all of that is like being brought up now in my life, which makes sense. I'm literally like 25. I feel like that's just the normal thing that like people in their 20s feel. But sometimes I overthink it so much, and I think I put too much pressure on myself. Like, there are times that I don't put enough pressure on myself, but then also there are times that I am way too, like, a hater to myself, and that doesn't help. And I think me constantly talking about self-love and self-care, like, I forget that you don't just say, like, you have to actually actively practice self-love and self-care, specifically in those moments of self-hate. And the fact that this whole get ready with me is about to be deep. I didn't even know this is where it was going. But I think it makes sense because I literally, as I said, I just came back from self-therapy. So this is the topic we're on. I had to kind of like take a step back sometimes and like stop hating on myself so much because I put a lot of pressure. And I always think that I'm supposed to be at like some level in my life because I'm married and because I'm 25, and I'm like, okay, like I have a whole husband and I have this, I'm supposed to be at this stage of my life. Where in reality, when I really like dive deep into like where it's coming from and why I feel a certain way, is literally, I think, just the pressure from, I guess, the society that people build, that there's a specific like achievements you're supposed to achieve by a certain age, and everything has to be like just perfect. Like, you get to this age, you're supposed to be married, you get to that age, you're supposed to have this and that, and literally none of it is real. All of that, I feel like, is just so fictional. I feel like I need a cooler tone. Like, I know this is already a cool tone for contour, but it needs to be cooler. It's still a little bronzy, but I want to like emphasize this part. I would really encourage everybody, especially whoever is like kind of dealing with the same thing if you're in your 20s, especially post-grad. Post-grad life is just fucking crazy. Because I feel like the way your life just changes so drastically after post-grad, after graduating. Like, one day you're literally just following your normal routine, you're doing what you're supposed to do, and then you're like, okay, like I'm working towards something, everything is happening how it's supposed to happen, I'm in college, I'm doing this. And then you graduate, and then you're like, what's happening? And I think maybe it's not even just post-grad. Maybe it's literally just being in 20s that you start questioning so much of yourself. And I don't know if I would, questioning yourself. I feel like what at least I personally been experiencing, especially on my like self-therapy sessions. One, as I said, frontal lobe developing, and I'm realizing a lot of things about myself. But it's not like big realizations, it's very like micro realizations. And I think if I were to summarize them, it would be me learning why I function the way I do, but at the same time unlearning those patterns to discover my new self, if that makes sense. Like, I'm learning all the things that happened in my childhood up until now that affect me and that make me act the way I do and think the way I do and like influence me. And at the same time, I'm unlearning them to learn healthier ways to deal with things, because obviously as a kid it's like you don't fucking know. And I think that's the hard part of like, I'm acknowledging all those things and I'm like discovering what happened and I'm like self-aware, but then when it comes to like, okay, what now? Like, I know what happened and this is how it affected me. What do I do with this information? And then that just kind of feels like overwhelming in a way, because now you have to do the actual work of like discovering of what's right for you now. Like, how do you want to approach life now? And what do you think is ethically good or ethically, am I saying that word right? Yeah, like what are your morals now aside from what you were taught and aside from your childhood? So that's just kind of, that's where my self-therapy is. There's a lot of just discovering about myself, but at the same time kind of like unlearning it. And I am happy that it happens, that it's happening. But there are definitely times where I have to take a break from that because it like, if I go too deep in it, it consumes me. And I think me being a Pisces, I'm so sensitive. I might not like be expressive with my emotions as much. Like I feel like now I'm just now starting to express more. But before I would literally just shut down and I would just go mute. And everything is like building up and I would feel always heavy on my chest. And you know how they say like your certain body parts hold a lot of traumas? I think for me is my throat and like my chest area. Like I think my chest area holds a lot of trauma because every time I would shut down, that's the weight that's where I would like put the weight on. It was always like in my chest and like my throat. Every time I don't speak up now, like if something is bothering me and I'm not speaking up about it, my throat literally feels like it's choking up. Like it feels like there's like something in my throat, which is crazy. But I feel like all to say is that like our mental state has so much to, no, our physical body has so much to do with what's going on inside. And when you do adjust those things inside, you can adjust the things outside. Okay, I feel like I'm giving y'all therapy right now. But I feel like I also need this. Like I needed to do my makeup and just take my time. There are times when I miss painting, but whenever I'm like, okay, I want to paint, but then it comes with so many things, like finding what I want to paint, because I never can just like paint from what I have in my head. Like I never know what to paint. I have to go on Pinterest. I have to find the inspo of what I'm painting. I have to like decide what paints I'm gonna be using. Am I gonna use acrylic? Am I gonna use oil? Then I have to draw, you know what I mean? Just so many things. But all I want to do is just pick up a brush and just like paint or like blend, especially blend. I love blending. And I think when I don't want to stress about like the whole art and like picking out what I want to do, especially like sometimes I focus too much on like the outcome of the painting rather than painting itself and like the feeling that it brings me, the calmness that painting brings me. I focus more on the outcome and whether or not I'm gonna like the outcome or not. And with makeup, it kind of gives me that same like satisfaction as painting does, but without like caring so much about the outcome, because I know it's just, you know what you're doing. That's why I'm not doing something like different. And I feel like because I know my face so much. This is another point, but I can talk about this for like hours, so I don't know if I want to get into this. My theory on why I know my face so much, it did help with like doing my makeup because I know my face and what works with my face, and like if I want, I'm just aware of all the features on my face. And I think how I got to this point is honestly by acknowledging the insecurities that I had as a kid. Like when I was a kid, there were so many things on my face that I didn't like that made me study my face, because I was so focused on those insecurities that I was looking for any way to make up for those insecurities or cover them up or do whatever, that it made me like really like just take my face for what it is. And that's, I don't know if that's why I started makeup or if it just came naturally, but I think, like, let's say my moles. I hated my moles so much. Like that was like one of my insecurities growing up, that I thought it just looks like I have like weird spots on my face and it makes my face look weird. And I just wanted like a clear face with nothing on it, just like blank. I just wanted blank, no veins. Veins on my face made me feel insecure. I'm very like, my skin is very thin, so you see my veins are pretty visible. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but in person you can see my veins. Like before, it kind of did disappear here, or maybe I'm wearing foundation. There was a vein, like a big ass vein on my forehead, and as a kid, a lot of kids would laugh at me for that, and I obviously internalized it a lot. So I hated the veins, and I would always like cover up my legs and not wear shorts or skirts, because again, like the veins on my legs were very visible. And I think because of all the things that I was aware of that are on my face and on my body, it made me study my face a lot. So I think because of that, now that I am like, I like my moles now, but literally because of the moles and because of what I went through, I know my face like to the detail. I don't know why I started saying this. I don't know where I was going with this, but that's how I think I know what works for me and what doesn't when it comes to like makeup, or when it comes to like even outfits. I feel like I was gonna say I know my body a lot, but I definitely have body dysmorphia, like for real. Like I don't think I fully know what my body looks like, but I'm at a point where I know what looks good on my body, like the proportions of my body, and like whether or not like high-waisted jeans look better on me than low-rise jeans. You know what I mean? Like those things I feel like I'm aware of because I went through those like insecurities and stuff. Not to say that I don't have insecurities, like I really do, but I think just going through that made me study myself a lot. I don't know if I want to do like more, because like in the mirror it looks good, but I don't know if it's picking up on camera. Wait, let me move this here. I really do think that blending is like the key. You can use whatever product you want. I do believe they're like obviously higher quality makeup products than others, but I think the key to achieving your makeup the way you want it is blending. I think a lot of people underestimate the time they need and the effort they need to blend, and then they don't blend it as much, and then their makeup ends up not looking how they want it to look, and it's all because of blending, because you want it to look seamless, unless that's not the look you're going for. But I feel like a lot of people go for like that. You obviously still want your, cheeks hella like contoured and stuff, but there's a way to do it where you can tell there's like just like a just brown spot on your face, and there is a way of just your cheeks are just emphasized. That feature is emphasized, And I think to get that look is to really take your time with blending. Liking this blush. I'm pretty sure I've used this on YouTube, but this one is from IT Cosmetics. I love IT Cosmetics. Literally every product they've sent me, I use to this day. Like this brush, I would have never discovered this brush. I would have never bought it if they didn't send it to me. And now if I ever lose it or whenever it gets all crusty and musty, I'm gonna buy it with my own money because that's how good it was. I think I might mix this blush with like another, maybe this e.l.f. one. I keep trying to do ASMR with this. What? With y'all. I love those sounds, those ASMRs that people do. In the video, it will be a whole like theme. Let's say the theme is like she's like a mermaid and she's doing your hair, and then she's like tapping the mic. And there's just so many like sounds and so much like stimulus, but like a good stimulus. I love those videos. And then they start like tapping their like mouth on the thing, but like not just like mouth sounds. Some mouth sounds I don't like, but just very like specific, like I don't know how to describe it. They just sound so good. And every time they come on my FYP on TikTok, I'm literally like stuck watching them back to back. I had a hard time blending out blush into contour or bronzer before. Now I think it's better, but I still kind of have to go like back and forth with contour and blush to kind of blend it all together. Like if I were to just like use the blush brush to try to blend it, it's not gonna work. I have to go back either with a blender or the contouring brush that I used. Like you can obviously tell it's not blended. But I go back, and then I'm gonna add product. I go back with the contouring brush and I just start tapping everything in. Sometimes also a finger helps. Like blending out with fingers sometimes is just so satisfying. But it depends on the product you're using. Like not all product is gonna be blended well with a finger. I feel like products that are very like, I want to say water-based, but maybe not all, maybe even some that are not water-based. Like this blush is very blendable with a finger. I've tried it and it works fine. And a blush from like Makeup Forever palette is, you can still blend it with a finger, but it's not as easy as with IT Cosmetics. And the consistent, like when you use it, you're gonna see what I mean. I can't believe that I'm gonna be in New York tomorrow. Like that's literally so crazy. I've been in America for 9 years, I think. 8 or 9 since 2016. 9? Yeah. And all these 9 years, I literally never went near East Coast. Like I've never traveled. I had plans and I feel like I just never like went through with them. And the fact that now is the first time going, and I'm going with my husband, and it's gonna be like both of us are experiencing it together. He used to live in Brooklyn, so he's been there, but I'm just happy that I get to experience it with him. It's like my first time going there. I'm very excited. I saved so many places, and then I reached out to our friend Chris. She is like the ultimate Virgo, and if you know Virgo, they're very much into like planning and staying organized, and she gives me like the ultimate Virgo vibes. And I literally reached out to her asking for all the places she recommends going, and she sent me a whole map with things. So Shout out to Chris. Every time I do my makeup and I haven't done my eyes, I kind of like the whole like just your face beat without the eyes look. So I don't know if we're gonna go with that vibe because I kind of like it. But I literally never leave my eyes just blank. I feel like I always think that I'm gonna regret it later, especially if I go out. But I kind of like the look. And I think so much of my makeup is like based on emphasizing my eyes that it kind of feels weird leaving them out. What I do want to do, what I recently thought about, I've never taken like a professional makeup class by some like really good artists, like Makeup by Ariel. You know what I mean? Like professional, like celebrity makeup artists. You know how they always have those like makeup classes? I feel like it would be good to take one. Like I want to see what I can learn. Or the Makeup by Mario, I would take his class. His makeup always looks so good. Or have somebody that I trust does makeup good do my makeup. That's what I want to do, because I don't really trust everybody to do my makeup. Like no matter if you do it professional or not, like I need to see your work and then be like, all right, like you do it. But a lot of the times I would like rather do my own makeup when it comes to like photo shoots or whatnot. Not that I'm like hating on their makeup, it's more so I just trust my version of my makeup more, because it's like they don't know my face as much as I know my face. So that's why. Gonna go with concealer. Gonna put it on the back of my head. I was telling Mark, I don't want to have like specific day-to-day plans in New York. Like I kind of want us to just explore and like vibe out, you know. I obviously did say like we're gonna have kind of like a rough idea of what we're gonna do, but I don't want it to be like specific, like on this day we go here and there and here, and the next day, like I don't want to do that. I feel like I don't want to like limit ourselves, especially we're gonna be feeling different every day. So if we're not gonna feel like doing something that day, I don't want us to like commit to it just because of the plan. But what I do want to do is I want to go to different bars. Like I feel like me and Mark, we don't really go to like bars and drink like that, or like especially like clubs. Like I feel like if we do go out, it's because our friends are there and somebody's DJing and we're there to like support, and we never stayed for more than like an hour or two. Yeah, never. I feel like only an hour maybe. And in New York, I don't want to go to clubs, but I want to go to bars. And I want to like dress up and get a drink. Not gonna lie, I want to get like a dirty martini. I know I'm gonna hate the drink. I've already had it and I don't like it. It literally just straight up tastes like vodka. People do say it's better with rum, and I haven't tried it with rum. But I know either way, I'm not a big alcohol person, and I don't think I'm gonna like it as much. It's more so for the vibe that I'm going, you know? Very like Sex and the City vibe, where they would just go to a bar, they would have a drink. They're all just like, just yapping to each other. That's the vibe that I want. I was thinking of getting a tattoo in New York, but I don't know. Maybe not. It would be cool just to say that I got a tattoo there, but then also the way I get tattoos is very like, I have to take my time with them. I have to make sure the artist is good. I have to make sure I like their work. I have to make sure what I want to get, like all of that. So depending on, if I find somebody there and if they're available and like the pricing and all of that, I will get it. But if not, I'm not gonna force it. I have been itching to get a new tattoo though. Like I feel like I'm itching for a new tattoo so bad that I am over analyzing the tattoos that I already have. Открыто! Is it Sean? Might be Sean. Where is it? Yeah, I think so. Sean is here. No. I recently discovered that when you use a brush to set the under eye, it sets it very lighter. So if you wanted more of a matte look, well, not even matte, if you just want to make sure it's like fully set, using a powder puff is literally so different. I'm gonna do brush on this and then powder puff on like the other side. Hopefully you can see like on the camera too, but literally in person you can tell. But I feel like it just doesn't last as long. Like it starts creasing definitely when it's just brush. And it's not as like set as the side with like a powder puff. But I feel like for the days when you're not wearing much makeup and you're just wearing concealer like here and there, I feel like it's a good method to set the makeup lightly. Okay, hopefully you can see the difference on the camera. This one is with the powder puff and this one is with the brush. This starts creasing faster and this lasts more. So depending on how much product you have, depending on what you're going for, it's kind of up to you. I prefer to set it with the powder puff just because I know my skin gets oily here and there, especially like if I'm wearing if I'm gonna go somewhere where I'm gonna be moving a lot or whatnot. I want to make sure the makeup is set and it's gonna last, and to make sure it does that is the powder puff. But as I said, if you're like just like, there are days when I don't do makeup, I'll just do like my brows, and then if there's like a spot on my face that's bothering me, I'll put a little bit of concealer there, and that's when I'll just set it with a brush because I don't want it to look like there's product on my face. I'm gonna set this side with the powder puff. I wanted more. Gonna use the loose powder. I'm mainly putting it in the inner corner right here. And then I'm dragging it upwards, but I'm also like patting it in. And then there's like some leftover powder like in the inner corner that I'm gonna blend out later. Still don't know if we're leaving my eyes blank or if we're gonna do something. I just feel like I never leave it blank, which is why I want to do it. But then Like, should I do mascara? Should I do a pencil? I'm very excited to go. I'm not gonna do full shopping, obviously, in New York, because I don't want to like bring a lot of things, and I know the prices are gonna be up there. But I just want to go and see how shopping is in New York. So I'm very excited. I saved a few spots that people recommend going, like both thrifting and not thrifting. I really want to go to store. I want to go to Frankie Shop or Frankie Store. Is it Frankie Shop? That one I've bought there, but online, and I've never been to an in-person store. I didn't even think there was an in-person store, so I'm very excited to go into that one. I want to go to the store called COS, or it's spelled as COS. I don't know if it's pronounced as COS, but I want to go there. And then there's a few thrifting shops that are in Soho that I saved. And I'm very excited to explore Soho. It just feels like the vibe. The pictures that I saw, the videos, the TikToks that we were talking about, like going out in Soho, and I would see like perfect day in Soho, and they're like getting coffee, getting matcha, and they just go. And that is my perfect day. So I'm very excited. I knew I forgot something. I forgot to put this primer. I wanted to put the Iconic London primer. It's okay. I'm gonna put some of this brightening powder from Dragon Beauty. It's gonna be just like a little bit in the inner corner. I'm gonna go with this blush. It literally came just like this. I don't know why, but it was a gift, so I cannot complain. This is from Colorpop, called Sassy Pants Pressed Powder Blush, but the color is very nice, so we're gonna use this. I did think it was gonna come just as a regular blush, you would think, like in a, you know, package or whatnot, but it didn't. It's alright. I'm gonna just put it very lightly. I'm thinking to put a little bit of like eyeshadow under my eyes, and maybe right here, just to like emphasize the shape. And then depending on how that looks, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna do eye makeup, because I really like this and I'm not going anywhere, so I feel like this would be a good test to see what it looks like. This palette is been through everything, but I've literally had this since like 2016. I'm just like dragging it up all the way to make it like yeah, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna put any makeup. Eye makeup. I think I like this. I'm gonna go with this. I know I said I really wanted to do eyeshadow because I wanted to blend, but I think blending my face gave me enough satisfaction from blending. I am just gonna, I kind of want to like, what do you call it? Tight line my eye. Ooh, and I need to bring my moles back because we love them now. Literally just like this thing alone that I do just makes me happy, and it makes my inner child happy that now I'm embracing the moles that I hated so much. Like I feel like when people compliment my moles, it makes me so happy because it's like, you don't even know how much it took me to get here, to embrace these spots. Like, why did I hate them so much? They look so good. Same thing with my veins. It's like, it's not that I love my veins now and I'm like, oh my god, I love the look. Like, I just don't really care for it. It's just, alright, like, it's just a vein. Okay. Yeah, like, they look so cute. I don't know why I did all that. Very dramatic of me. I don't know if this, I can't really tell if this pencil is doing anything. Because it's not even like for the eye, so it's not even like as pigmented. I was thinking of doing mascara, but sometimes like mascara looks worse than just curled lashes, like, because it makes them look very like spiky, but not in a good way. It just gives very like this, you know, instead of. I'm gonna curl it. Let me actually, I'm gonna set my face first. Milani setting spray. Does it look good without mascara? The eyes?
Is one of them with mascara?
No, like there's like nothing. I just don't know if I should do like anything with the eyes or if I should just leave it nowhere.
That's weird.
Do something? This whole time I'm like, it looks so good, I'm not gonna do anything.
Well, don't put like lashes. And not like too much mascara. Actually, wait, let me
Well,
see.
without I'm not putting mascara at all because like mascara just makes it look too.
Hello?
Like it
Oh,
puts
that
like
looks good.
just like this. Is she lying? Yeah, I'm just gonna curl it like multiple times so that it's very curled. Okay, I am just gonna leave it like this. I don't think I'm gonna do anything to my eyes. It kind of looks good right now, so I don't know. I'm gonna do my lips and then we're gonna be done. Recently, I got this thing. I'm sure some of you saw this on TikTok, but this one is like a lip stain. And compared to the other lip stain that I was using that has like a different, it has like a different tip of the actual lip stain. And this one literally comes as a marker, which I feel like is so much easier to apply. And the other one was not easy at all. Like, it was good for what it was, but then the application, I feel like you have to be so careful, especially the fact that it's a stain and it is gonna stain with color. And this one is just way easier. Also, I have tried products that are not gonna, that people suggested to make my lips snap peel, and so far the only thing that's been helping is Aquaphor. And every time I put something else, my lips start peeling. So I haven't found the product yet. I was saying this on my birthday vlog. Mark, my husband, was gonna get me lip fillers for my birthday because that's what I asked for. I literally told him I don't want anything, I just want lip fillers. And the price point for lip fillers is like, for what, like one syringe is probably, or 1.5 syringe is like 700, maybe around like that price. But then I saw that vlogging camera that I have now, the DJI Osmo Pocket, and I literally thought like, okay, I do want to do vlogs and I would really use the camera, and I kind of don't want to record vlogs on iPhone. Like, it's easier for me to record it on iPhone because I get to edit it on my phone, which is easier for me to edit on the phone rather than a laptop. But then something about having an actual camera specifically for vlogging just makes you want to film everything and just makes the whole experience more fun and enjoyable. So I picked the camera over lip fillers. And I feel like the way I wanted lip fillers before is not as much as I want them now. Like, it would be nice to have it, like I still would get them done, but I feel like the way I thought about it before it was like I'd like the chance, as soon as I get the chance to get them done, I'll do it. That's the mindset I was in. And now it's kind of like it's fine. Like, it's not that I don't like my lips, it's just I know that I can emphasize the shape more of them. And if I am able to do it, it's kind of like, why not? But at the same time, it's not like a need to do it now. I feel like because I applied Aquaphor, it's not as pigmented. Because there's like a thick layer of Aquaphor, but it's fine. I know where my other pencils are. I'm using this lip pencil by NYX in Natural. I don't know if it's like dark enough, like if I wanted it. I think it's fine. I'm just gonna put a darker one at the bottom though. I couldn't find the other pencil I have, but I do love the stain. I just feel like I did put too much Aquaphor, as I said. But everything else, I think I like how it came out. I do like that I didn't put anything on my eyes. I feel like I've never done it. So I'm gonna see how I'm gonna feel about it like later in the night. I'm not gonna remove my makeup just yet. But I feel like I like the vibe of just like no mascara, but the whole face is done. This is gonna be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed a little self-therapy that we had. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.